Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. And this video I'm going to show you everything has been added, changed and fixed in Minecraft 1.9.3 pre-release 1. So if you like Minecraft videos like this one, then please make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Minecraft 1.9.3 and 1.20 update news. And so I'm also recording this at the same time as doing a live stream, so there won't be any editing in this video. And I actually missed this pre-release yesterday because it already released yesterday. While I'm only making the video today, I just completely missed it, and so that's why I'm uploading it today instead. And so this is the first pre-release for Minecraft 1.19.3, which means that this 1.19.3 minor release is quite close to releasing. And they actually mentioned in their update article that they plan to release 1.19.3 on the 6th of December. So it's only around 2 weeks from now. So there are a couple of changes in this pre-release as well compared to the previous snapshot. And so these pre-release or the 1.9.3 update will only contain the creative inventory changes. And for example, the new spawn eggs, like the golem spawn eggs over here. And the ender dragon spawn eggs you can get using the commands. Like this. So those are part of 1.9.3, but stuff like camels, chiseled bookshelves, bamboo, and hanging signs are not part of this update. Although you can access the experimental data packs in 1.9.3, activate those, and get the experimental 1.20 features. But they will not be in the base game without those data packs. So let's see what's happened in this pre-release. So there are a couple of changes. One of them is to the fillbiome command. So it's a very minor change, but you can now use the fillbiome command like this, the first coordinate, second coordinate, and then afterwards which to you add the biome to replace it with. So for example, we want to change it to a bamboo, or let's say a crimson. Let's say crimson forest, why not? We can add a second part after this, so we can just say this, that works just as fine. We can see the particles of the crimson forest right there. But we can also add the replace afterwards, and then replace the biome we're in currently, I suppose. So we can try to replace a desert. We're not in a desert. So yeah, that means that we have 0 biome entries. We didn't change anything there. And instead we can say, for example, Badlands. And then it also doesn't change because currently we are in a stony shore. So once we set it to stony shore here at the end, then it changes it to a crimson forest. I'm not entirely sure what this has to do or what its use is currently, but if you can think of something, then please let me know in the comments down below. Then there are also quite a few technical changes. So there's been new predicates added for all different types of mobs and entities. Which is basically some backend stuff, which I don't think will be too useful here. There's also a new splash message that was added. So that is if we go back and into the main menu. There's these splash messages on the top right. A new one was added in this pre-release, which is made with Lave. Which just refers to a little spelling mistake they made in a previous snapshot. Where if you go into a new world and click game rules, there is this game rule down here. Which is called, here it is, lava converts to source. And accidentally misspell it to be lave, an E instead of an A here for the final letter. And I would have added this as a beautiful new splash message as well. Which they pretty much always do if there's some funny mistake they make. Alright, then of course here you can still activate the data packs for 1.20. And there is also one small experimental change. So let's go into this now. Go into creative and create a new world. Because, of course, in the previous snapshot, we saw that if you put different mob heads on top of a node block, it makes the sound of that mob. And so this worked for the creeper, the zombie, the skeleton, the wither skeleton, the ender dragon, and the new piglin head. And so these are all experimental additions. So we'll only see these experimental editions like the piglin head if you have the data packs added. And so not if you have just regular Minecraft 1.19.3, you won't be able to get the piglin head in that version, only if you activate the data pack. But now the change is that you can put player heads on top of the node block as well. And so this is actually customizable. So you can add your own NBT tags to player heads. So that's this item over here. I believe if we throw it at the ground and then data get entity, we can see all the different NBT data of it. I'm not quite sure if it works like this. Let's try it. Comma limit is 1. That's gray wool. We should probably add a radius or a distance. No entity was found. Okay, I'm not quite sure what is happening there. It should probably be dot dot distance. There we go, player head. So I assume you can add the resource location of the node block sound to this player head. By default, I don't think it has one. We can try it out. There we go, place the player head on top. No, nothing happens there. Of course, we place the piglin head on here. We get a very nice piglin head. So you can only change this if you set it in the resource pack on your world. So that means you can play this node block and make any sound appear that you want inside of the game. I assume we'll see a whole lot of people doing this in the future. I will also try to make a tutorial on this if I figure out how to do it. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on that tutorial. Then there are also quite a few bug fixes. Most of those have to do with path finding and just stuff from previous development versions. So not anything too interesting. Also some little syntax errors and just writing errors in general. And then finally, what we also have is a little change to the vex. So the vex now has a little bit of transparency, hopefully. So let's summon one in with no AI so we can see it a little bit closer. So we'll summon a vex right here with no AI set to true. There we go. And so you can now see that it is transparent here at the bottom, just like the Lave. So this was previously not the case in the previous snapshots, but it has now been added in this little pre-release. So you can see here transparency for the Lave at the bottom, and that's now also been included for the vex. And so there we go. That's pretty much all. Everything has been added, changed, and fixed in Minecraft pre-release 1 for 1.19.3. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Minecraft 1.19 and 1.20 news in the future. And so until then, and I want to thank my tier 3 member, Mikla. Thank you so much for becoming a tier 3 member. But until the next video, bye bye!